Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Welcome to this new video. So this video we're basically treating. This is the second video of the ICA Academy Trading course, and in this particular video we'll be treating a topic and it's titled "Pullback: How to Identify Valid and Invalid Pullback." But before I go into the video, I would like to congratulate you for starting this journey and then trying to take your trading skill set to the next level. It's very, very nice. And I hope that you guys have watched the previous video because in the last video, the topic we treated the basics of market structure and we discussed highs and lows and what market structure basically entails. And now, it's very important that you guys watch the previous video before coming here because the idea and the goal and the reason for doing this whole starting this whole journey is to give out a a standard system that people can use to trade the market profitably. So since I'm giving it's eventually gonna sum up into becoming a system. And this is a system I use personally. And I would like to say that it's very important that you guys watch these videos sequentially, like you watch from the market structure to the pullback and to the rest of other videos that will be coming out and then from the platform. So it's very important that you guys follow that. And later on, as we continue to release more videos, I'm going to talk more about system and what a system should entail, what really makes a particular a particular trading system be a trading system. Yeah, what it should be, so that those things will be discussed as we progress during this whole journey. So let's go straight into the video. So in this video, we're talking about pullback, and how to identify valid and invalid pullback. Now, pullbacks are it's very important to know how to identify a valid pullback and an invalid pullback based on this system. It's very important because it's like the unseen foundation that if without proper understanding you'll get a lot of things wrong. Now, a lot of people don't know that being able to identify proper pullbacks is very, very important because it's what strengthens the foundation of you being able to map out structure map out structure market structure in price with the proper understanding of how to identify valid pullback and invalid pullback. You'll be able to pick out the right order blocks, be able to pick out the right inducement and stuffs like this. So understanding pullbacks is very, very important. I don't know how to stress this more. You need to grasp the concept, and it's really not difficult. You don't need many indicators for this. It's very, very simple and straight to the point. So let's deal with the diagram or the drawings that is on the chart right now. So start from the first one, like basically the first one here. We'll go like this here. So start from the first one. So how do we identify a pullback? Now, a pullback is basically for you to know a proper pullback, you have to follow price candle by candle. If you've gone through the basics of forex, you understand what candlestick is. You understand candlesticks have the body, the candlestick body. We have the wick. We have the high, the low. We have the bullish candle. We have the bearish candle. Though to get pullback, those things, bullish or bearish are not really that important. The colors does not matter. You just have to look at the wicks and the opening and the close. You need to understand the open and close of each candles. So now, from this very first diagram that we have, for every candlestick open, be it either it's a bullish candle or a bearish candle, we always have a candle open, we always have the open, we always have the close, we always have the high, and we always have the high and the low, and we always have the wick. So the wicks it's the wicks that carries the highest point of the candle, and it's the wicks that carry the lowest point of the candle. For instance, now let's look at this particular candle here. Sorry, let me change this. Let me change this to orange. Yes. So let's look at this first candle here. Now we have this is the body. We have this is the wick. Yeah, this is also a week, and we have these points here to be the low, and we have these points here to be the high. Now, where is the open? Bullish candles always open at this price here, at this point here, and then closes at this point. While bearish candle opens at the bottom here and then closes at the downside. For instance, you can see this bearish candle here, it's opened here and then it's closed here, and this bullish candle opened here and then it's closed here. But we have the high and we have the low. So that's just the basic understanding of candlesticks. Now, to understand pullback, you need to find the high and the low of every candlestick that is printed on the market, that price printed. For instance, now we have this particular price, this particular candle, this first candle here, this is the highest point, and we have this place to be the lowest point. Now, we have this place to be the lowest point. Yes, somewhere here. Now, here's the question. How do you now know a proper pullback? How do you now know that, oh, this pullback is valid and this pullback is not valid? Now we can see in this scenario that sorry, price created this bearish candle, did some little bit of sideways movement before pushing to the upside. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, because it's printed that bearish candle, it's going to be a pullback, and let us pick this place. Now, there's a reason why this is not a valid pullback. Now, let's start from here. This is not now, this first scenario is not a valid pullback. And the reason why it's not a valid pullback, it's because starting from this first candle, we had that this was at a particular point in time, this was the highest point, and then this was the lowest point. And for us to confirm that price did a pullback, we needed to see price, like we needed to see this next candle that was printed, take out the low of this candle, either by wick or by body, either by candle wick or by body. As long as price did not take it out, there is not a pullback. There is no pullback. So now we can see that price now printed this new candle, and this new candle carries the highest points. Now, so basically, our eye now moves to this place. This is now the highest points in price at that particular time. So let's take this marking away. And now, since this candle carries the highest point, where is the lowest point? Now, where's the lowest point of that candle? This is the lowest point. Now, the question you need to ask yourself is: these candles that are inside of it, did any of them take out the low? No, none of them took out the low of this candle. So we can see that this was not a pullback. This was not a pullback. So basically, what this means, when you see stuff like this, when you see candle like this, is a when you see a candle that has an highest point, has a very high point, and has a low point, and price did not take out the high and did not take out the low, it means that this candle, this candle, this candle, up until price took out this high with this particular one. These three candles, all these candles here, basically these three candles are a single candle. These two candles are inside of this candle. They are basically just a single candle. That's what you need to understand. That's what you need to understand. So because of that, because price did not take out this low, then this is not a valid pullback. So this is not this is an invalid pullback. This is an invalid pullback. So this example here, sorry, this example here, we take it as an invalid pullback. This is an invalid pullback. Let me put it here so you can. So that example one, that's an invalid pullback. So let's go to the next scenario, the second scenario. Now, what do you have here? Now, the reason why pullback is very important for you to understand is that it gives you the ability to be able to mark out the proper swing highs and swing lows of the market. So you will not be making mistake by picking the wrong inducements, by picking the wrong OB. Like for instance, now a lot of people would think, oh, I can pick this place based on the system I trade. I can pick this place as another block. No, you can't pick this place as another block because that is not a valid pullback. That is not a valid pullback. It's not a valid pullback. Now let's look at this other scenario. Let's look at the next scenario. The next scenario we have price created this high of this candle, started from this candle, and then we have this other candle, but price did not take out the low, and then price created this high, and that's candle also has this low, and we can see that price with a single candle came back, took out the low of this candle, and then went back and broke this particular high to the upside. So now this what we call a valid pullback. So basically, what price did here was that price went from here to this upside on this particular time frame, created this from this high, created this valid pullback to downside, and then came went up. But basically, what we had here was us price from here going straight up. This was a straight line to the upside, straight to the upside. That's not a valid pullback. From the first example, and on the second example, this is a valid pullback. Is a valid pullback. So we can classify this place from here, from this level, or let me use this. We can classify this place from this level to this level as a swing point, and this place as I say. So basically, this is what we're having. We're having price move from here to here and then to this point. So that's a swing point. That is swing point. Now, so that's that. Let's move on to the next example. So the next example, what do we have? Just like this, like the first one, like the first example, we have price printed this high. This is the low. Price did not take out the low. We have this high to this low. Price did not take out this one. Price did not take it out. So all this candle formation. Now we can see that. Now we can see that price took out this second one, the low of this one. Yes, price took it out, but that is still not a proper pullback. Why? Why the price not? Why the price? Why am I saying that? Oh, price took out this one now, but why is it not a proper pullback? The reason being that this is not this the high of this candle is not the highest point, because this was the highest point. Now, assuming price took out this high took out this week, the week took out this other one, and then this one take down, then this would have been a proper pullback. But we can clearly see in this example that this week is not above this one. So this is the highest point and this is the lowest point. So basically, this candle are inside of this one, are basically just a single candle. Because yes, this one did not do anything. There's nothing there. So yeah, that's still that's still not a proper bugger. Now, even if as this one has taken out this high, as it took out this high, even if it comes back, come and takes out this low without taking out this entire low here, it is still not a proper pullback, because this is the candle that carries the highest point and the lowest point. We need to see the lowest point of that candle being taken out to classify these as a proper pullback. So it's very simple, very, very easy to understand. So this is not a valid pullback. This is an invalid pullback. Is an invalid pullback. Let's just put it like that. Is an invalid pullback. Now let's move to the next one. Now, what do you have here? Now, like I said, the colors of the candle does not matter. Now we can see in this scenario that the first candle had an eye and also had a low. What was that? The first candle had an eye here and also had this low. And we can clearly see that price did not take this low out, and then price created printed a new high, a new candle that has a recent high and a recent low, and you can see that price took out this low. Even now you can say, oh, you don't have to know if it took out the high first or took out the low first. Now you can clearly see that price took out this high, or sometimes you can move on to the lower time frame to know if it took out the high first before it takes out the low. So basically, if it takes out the high first, this is gonna what we're gonna be having. Take out the high first, it has this place. That means basically went like this and then did something like this and then started going up. But if it took out the low first, that means it means that price created something like this, created this, and then did like this. But if it took out the high first, it means that price did something like this, like this, like this, and then printed this one here. So that's still saying the same thing. You just need to understand which one happened first. So you can know that by going to the lower time frame on the chart. So basically, this is a valid pullback because you can clearly see that price took out this low of this particular candle, and that is going we're going to classify that as a valid pullback. So this is actually a valid pullback. Let's just highlight it like that. And these are Now I tried as much as possible to draw different scenarios that you guys will experience in price. Now we can see in this particular one here, in this number four, yeah, number yes, that's number four, number five example, we can clearly see that price now. There are going to be scenarios whereby price we print an equal high. Now we can see in this scenario that price printed an equal high. So what it basically means is that this candle to carry the highest points at a particular time and at the low. And this candle also carry the highest point at a particular time and at the low. And this next candle that price printed, the most recent candle, carried the exact same high as this previous one. So that means the most recent high is now at this point. So if price takes out this one, we can classify that as a proper pullback. So that's going to be a proper pullback. So that is actually a valid pullback. So we classify that one as a valid pullback. So this is a valid pullback. This is a valid pullback. This actually a valid pullback. So you will see stuff like this, and then so you can know that it's actually a valid pullback. Now the next scenario is almost like basically almost like this one, but it's just that the difference is the candlestick color. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, you're not sure because of the candle, because of the candlestick. This one is color blue and this one is color red. So it's still the same thing. Still the same thing. Basically, what this one does means that price opened, came down, it closed below, but the wick took it out, and the next candle started going to the upside. So this is actually a valid pullback because you can clearly see that price created this high and then took out this low, and then this is basically what we have here. Price did something like this, so that's actually a valid pullback. So this is similar to this. The candles are just different. Candles are just different. The color of the candles are just different. This is a valid pullback. Now we have something like this. Now you look at this scenario. Now let's look at something like this. Now this particular one. Now this scenario where we have double top here, equal highs there. I said double top is different from this scenario. It might look alike. Now we can clearly see that this one formed at the high, so if price clears this one low, this is a valid pullback. But we can clearly see that this one price printed this high. This is the highest point of the candle, and this is the lowest point. And then price created an equal low. So it basically means that there is not a proper pullback, because we need to see price take out the low, no matter how small it's, even if it's slightly. So sometimes you have to zoom in to see, even if it's slightly, price needs to take out the low. But if price prints a equal low at the bottom, and then this is not a proper pullback, this is an invalid pullback. A set price on the third candle comes back and then takes out this particular one, everything, and then we know that this is now a valid pullback. But with this example that we have here, where price printed equal low at the bottom without, even if it prints a high here, even if it prints a high, it means that this blue candle has to take out this low. So that's just the whole concept. It's very, very easy to understand. Very easy to understand. So this is an invalid pullback. This is an invalid pullback. And so clearly with all this explanation, you can clearly now tell, you should be able to now tell that this, yeah, or let me give you guys to it and then decide which this last one, this last example, is it a valid pullback or an invalid pullback, with all the things I've explained here. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at valid pullback and invalid pullback on the actual candlestick on the chart. See you.